I will explain it briefly and concisely. The word, prayer, is a Persian word. It is a Zoroastrian, Majusi Iranian, Persian ritual that was practiced by the Jews, and from there it entered Islam through sects. The word prayer does not appear in a single verse in the Quran, but ablution and physical prayer times are included in the Torah and Psalms. All interpreters have translated the word, Salat, in the Quran as prayer. The general meaning of Salat is, to support and pray. Its root is, salu. Those who insist on accepting Salat as prayer cannot explain Allah and His angels performing prayers for the Prophet in Azab 56. The full translation of the verse is as follows: Surely Allah and His angels send blessings upon the Prophet. O you who believe, send blessings upon him with sincerity. Translation of the verse assuming that Salat is prayer. Surely Allah and His angels perform prayers for the Prophet. O you who believe, pray to him with sincerity. This means that such a thing is not only impossible, but also extremely absurd. The translation of the verse, assuming that Salat means to support, is as follows: Surely Allah and His angels support the Prophet. O you who believe, support him, with submission, sincerity. It means, this is more logical. Muslims use the words prostration and ruku in the Quran as evidence of physical prayer and prostration, to place the forehead on the ground. Ruku, to bow. They accept it as such and claim that the form of physical prayer is described. I won't go into detail on this subject, but bowing and placing the forehead on the ground was an act done out of fear towards the king gods in almost all ancient traditions. The physical prayer that Muslims perform today is a form of worship that was passed down from Zoroastrians to Jews and from Jews to Muslims. The Zoroastrian religion dates back approximately 2,500 years before Islam. It is said that the Zoroastrian religion has three creators. One of them is Hashung, who lived in 2040 BC. It is also said that Hashung is Abraham. A Hindu ritual, namaskar, was first intended to be placed in Zoroastrian Persia and then in ancient Egypt thanks to Abraham. While the Zoroastrians adopted it, in the process with the Egyptian pharaohs and the Egyptian people, Rome did not accept it, but many Arab societies accepted and adopted this ritual. Eventually, the Ottoman Turks were also affected by this movement and began to practice this Persian worship as a physical prayer. As I said at the beginning of the video, prayer is a Persian word, and this is what I meant when I told you that the Ottoman Empire was actually a Jewish state. Zoroastrians, just like in Islam, have ablution before prayer. The call to prayer is made by ringing a bell. They pray covered and prostrate. They read surahs from their book, the Avesta, just as Muslims read surahs from the Quran. Times: morning, Havan; noon, Rapathwan; afternoon, Uziran; evening, Iwaisuthram; night, Ushan. In Judaism, there are 5 daily prayers: Shaharat morning prayer, Musaf noon prayer, Mina afternoon prayer, Nilat Shararim evening prayer, and Marib night prayer. Source: Web. As you can see, physical prayer is a Zoroastrian Jewish tradition. The word, Salat, translated as prayer in the Quran has many meanings. The most appropriate meaning is to support, but despite this, the commentators have translated almost all Salat as physical prayer. They claimed that the times of this prayer are given in the verses of Hud 114, Isra 78, Taha 130. However, in general, neither the words ruku, prostration, nor Salat described can describe the physical prayer in the Quran. For example, it is said in verse 18 of Surah Al-Hajj, "Do you not see that everything in the heavens and the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, the animals and many people, prostrates itself to Allah?" If we look at it with the logic of traditional Islamists, it means, have you not seen that everything in the heavens and the earth, the sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, the animals and many people, prostrate themselves to Allah with their foreheads on the ground, which is illogical and absurd. To summarize, salat, prayer, support. Prostration, to obey, to accept. Ruku means to bow down. The physical prayers performed by Jews have nothing to do with the salat in the Quran, and even the Bible's Matthew 6:8 verses state that such worship is a sign of idolatry. If I may give another example, Surah An-Nisa 102 describes salat during war. If we accept salat as prayer here, how could these wars be won, and how could Islam spread so quickly by praying during war, on the battlefield? It is completely illogical. However, if you translate the word salat in the verse as support instead of prayer, this time the verse will reach its full meaning. You can observe this yourself. Many verses in the Torah have their twins in the Quran. If the verses in the Quran that remind us of salat and salat refer to physical prayer, then this also confirms the physical prayer performed by the Jews. Therefore, Islam is not a religion separate from Judaism, but rather its continuation. So why do Muslims and Jews feel hatred and anger towards each other through religion? Isn't this a contradiction? Physical worship was performed in front of physical gods, kings. In the Bible, the word God means Lord, King. In this context, physical worship is not a ritual of purification or self-discipline, but a ritual of fear performed to show loyalty and obedience to the King, God, Lord, Sultan. Free yourself from the hypnosis of ancient theism. You are the king and the slave. The material is only and only human.